Hello, my favorite people of YouTube. Alberto Big, oh my God, it's hot outside. Alberto Big Boost here. And today we have an update after 3 months being out of YouTube. We're finally back. I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff at the shop. There's a lot of things happening. As you can see, we went from empty shop to a very packed shop in 3 months. So there's a lot of stuff that has been happening. I'll probably talk about that stuff a little bit later, but the focus is that today we're doing some upgrades to the shop because it's very, very hot here in Florida. Right now it's 96 degrees, but with the humidity factor, it feels like 105, 108 degrees, and it's extremely hot. As you can see, I'm extremely drenched from just doing miscellaneous stuff around the shop earlier. So we're gonna try to cool stuff down here a little bit. I do have a shop fan here and a shop fan on that window right there, and it's definitely not enough. So my neighbor so kindly decided to let me borrow his big swamp fan. So I am in the process of cleaning it. I got the fins out and I cleaned the whole thing. I cleaned the tub. We're filling it with fresh water, and then we're gonna reinstall everything and see what the temperature is gonna be like in the shop here after we put this to work. Meanwhile, on this corner of the shop, which is where I'm working at all the time, I put a thermometer here. No, the wall's not very hot or anything. Actually, just warm to the touch. And I have this right here. As you can see, it's about 105 degrees in this area with a humidity of 45 right now. Normally the humidity goes up the moment it rains, so I'm guessing with the fan, the humidity is gonna probably go up a little bit. We just wanna see how many degrees is this area going to cool down by having that fan all the way out there. Also, as great news, I will be starting YouTube again. I finally got settled up at the shop. As you can see, we have a lift installed. I have the tools. I have welding stuff. I have everything. You know, I mean, we still have to do something about this area. There's a clutter there, so we're gonna be organizing this up and freeing up some shop space. But my work areas are basically enabled now, so I have already started to work on a few cars here. You know, pay the bills and acquire some other stuff so I can further enable more services at the shop. I'm also taking in a few customer cars, like this one right here is gonna be on an upcoming video, and then a couple other surprises for you guys. Moving outside, I have the E36 outside temporarily until I figure out the stuff that I'm doing inside. I have the truck here. I do have 36 chickens right now, 2 geese. I have a new dog, Mr. Chewy. I don't know if I have introduced him to the channel yet, but I got this puppy. It's a rescue dog that I got from the Daytona, I think it was Halifax Humane Center, yes. And he was year and 1 month old when I got him. He's a Catahoula leopard dog, possibly mixed with pit bull. So he has his little mix there, which I love. Choo-choo, Chewy, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing, Chewy? What's up? You looking for a lizard? Yeah, there's probably a lizard there. Moving on to this side, I have my friend's 2JZ Swap 350Z. I'm gonna be doing some cooling mods to this because it's overheating. This one is a car from my friend on the auctions, and he also got this really cool C6 Z06 Corvette with a LS7, which I also did a lot of work on it. I did not film this, but we'll probably do some more cool stuff with that car later, which is pretty sick. We're almost done filling this tub, and then I can put the fins and try out the fan. Right now it's on like super low fan mode, but it also has a knob to make it a lot faster right here. Just turn this all the way up, and now we have flow. You like that, Chewy? Just don't get near it, please. Moment of truth. We got the fins installed back. Now this is gonna pour water over them and saturate them with fresh, cool water, and then the fan will blow through there and act like a reversed, like a radiator. It's like a big radiator, but to cool the shop. Let's turn up the speed on the fan and see if, and see if it's any cooler. Oh yeah, that is so much cooler right now. What a difference. Let's see if the temperature all the way over there will actually drop with this fan staying right here. And we are back about an hour later and we're down to 96 degrees. The only downside is that now the humidity went from like 40 to 45% to 65%. So it's quite humid in here. It does feel a lot cooler though. I just went inside the house for that bit. I'm out here and you can see I'm all shiny already. So the moment I step foot outside, it's been about 2 minutes and I'm already sweating. What are we gonna do with this Florida heat aside from spending a lot of money on an AC system? So I basically have the fan pulling air from outside, cooling it, blowing it towards the shop. Then I have this other fan blowing that air from the fan to the area where I'm working at, and it's still only cool about 9 degrees. Probably one other option is just to put ice inside that water. Chewy, you're very close to this thing. You should probably back off a little bit. Yeah, just stay around here. Just be a good doggy. But yeah, I'm probably gonna try to buy 2 or 3 bags of ice, put it in the water and see if maybe ice cold water will actually drop over 10 degrees at the shop. I think that might run about $6 in ice. We'll see, we'll make that test. But before I do that, we gotta head over to Daytona International Speedway and go say hi to my friend John Paul, which is gonna be racing today. Then we'll come back here to see what I did with the ice test. I decided to take a quick break from the shop and come over to Daytona Speedway, where one of my friends is actually racing today with his S2000, and he invited me over to come hang out and check out the races. So here we are, and let's see what we find today at this awesome track. Find our driver. He just got out of the racetrack, he's pitting right now, and we'll go say hi to him.
Hey guys, I'm JP Morales. I'm here at Daytona International Speedway racing with SCCA, specifically in the ITR class. I'm running the S2000, 162,000 miles on it, still running great. Probably qualified P1 for the race later on in the afternoon, so let's have a good race.
Now if you look behind me, it's about to rain. It's very windy right now, so at any moment it can rain, so I don't know if the race is actually gonna happen, but let's hope that they can put on some laps and get a dry start. All right, here we go. Here's our guy up first in the S2000, number 55, Mr. John Paul. And right behind him is a FCRX7, which we gotta keep an eye for that one too. Well, this isn't looking very good, and apparently they sign up the sound of the siren for lightning within like 5 or 10 miles from here. So I don't know if they're probably gonna cancel the track or if they're gonna cancel the race, but that doesn't look very nice.
Be aware that there's a thunderstorms, including lightning, in the area. We ask that you clear the area, seek some shelter, and make your personal side. Once again, we are under safe situation.
Right now, full tubular metal thing. I don't think that's before we should get it. You know what's like really funny about this? We've been here over 2 hours waiting for the race to be delayed, and then now that the sky looks worse than it has ever been, they're resuming the race. So this is what the sky looks like now while everybody's on grid getting ready to start their cars. And here's another parade lap from everybody at the track. Here we have once again the S2000, followed by FCRX7, followed by Miata, 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 followed by FB, followed by FB, followed by Miata, followed by Miata, Miata. I think that's an E30, then yeah, a whole bunch of more Miatas. And there's an E36 over there, and then more Miatas. What are you doing? That guy broke down already? Oh, look at that thing. E36! Oh, that's a 240. Here we go, we got the green flag. Everybody rev it up, floor it. Here it comes, second lap. They're now waving the white flag. That means the last lap. Now let's see who takes home the win. You know, I have all my money on the S2000. And that's a checker flag for the S2000. We get the win. Woo! Hey, good job out there. That looked pretty good. You gapped everybody. I got 3 bags of ice. We're gonna put them in here on this water and see if we can get this a lot cooler. Okay, we got 3 bags of ice in there. Let's turn this thing back on and see if it's any better. It actually does feel quite a lot nicer right now. We'll see what the gauge says on the other side of the shop in a little bit. Well guys, unfortunately, this thing did not work as expected. The thermometer is still saying it's about 85 degrees, but as you can see, it's already nighttime. So of course the overall temperature did drop. So the fan helps a little bit, but not as much as I was expecting, even with the ice. And then the other thing here, the humidity in here is at 85%, which makes everything super soggy. Although on the bright side, before I finish this video, I got a cool toy to work with. RB26 head meets BC cams. I thought about making a video about this, but I'm basically just gonna put the camshafts on and check your basic valve lash on the cams and see if we have to replace a couple chims here and there. And that's about it. We're not actually gonna be installing this head on an engine. It's just basically setting the valve lash on the camshaft so my friend can install the head on his engine at his own shop. Just very quickly before we finish here, these are gonna be a set of 264 Stage 2 Brian Crower camshafts for the RB26. And basically what we're gonna be doing here, if you look at valve clearance, right? We want 0.12 inches on the intake and 0.14 on the exhaust. Although it's kind of funny that the RB26, I guess they build up more temperature on the cylinder heads. They need a bigger valve lash adjustment between the camshaft and the cam follower. For example, on the 2JZ, use about 8 and 10 or 8 and 12 versus the RB26 uses a much bigger valve lash because the engine probably generates a lot more heat and has to make up for thermal expansion. Real quick about valve lash, if your valve lash is too big, that means the same set of like 12 and you have 16, well, there's gonna be a bigger gap between the camshaft and the cam follower, which is pressing on the valve. You're gonna have valve noise or that ticking noise, and also that extra clearance that you have you gotta deduct that from the maximum lift that the camshaft is gonna push on the valve. So you're limiting performance on top of having that annoying valve ticking sound. And with that, I'm gonna say bye. This is all I have for today's video. It's probably gonna be either Saturday or Sunday that I'm gonna upload the video working on the next car, which is gonna be like a couple of days of fabrication. So I probably have about 2 days to film the next video, and I will try to upload it as soon as I'm done. I have all the projects that I want to share with you guys, so there's gonna be a couple of videos that I already have in the works in the next couple of days, so there will be some really good content following up after this video. It won't be a whole thing that you have to wait 1 or 2 months or 2 or 3 weeks. No, we're talking about just a couple of days between videos. I'll see you guys really soon. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're new, please smash that like button, subscribe for more awesome content, and I will see you guys in a few days. Thanks for watching. Big Boost here. I'm out.